So this morning I went to one garage sale because it was quite close to my house, and it was one of those garage sales that wasn't advertised very well. I see a lot of them, they say, oh, we've got all these collectibles, this, that, the other, computer games, DVDs, vinyl records, vinyl pops, whatever those things are called, all that sort of collectible stuff. And when I see that, I think to myself, you know what, that's either going to be a collector who knows the value of these things and isn't going to charge prices that are low enough to interest me, or even worse, it's going to be some reseller's death pile and everything's going to be relatively cheap, but then it's just going to become my death pile. Already made that mistake. Got some wonderful, seemingly permanent objects in my home collection that I bought at a reseller's death pile garage sale that I've since gone on to notice is advertised almost every week in the local Facebook things, and I don't think I'll ever buy anything from there again because I did make some money out of it. Actually, tell a lie, but there were some things that I wish I didn't buy. So this one just had nothing much. It didn't even have a time. It had the date, and it just said garage sale, just home stuff. And I thought to myself, that looked like the kind of ad from somebody who's got nothing to do with reselling or collecting. It's just a person who wants to clear their house from stuff. And so I went along, and sure enough, it was a lovely little old lady, and it was mostly old stuff that she was obviously getting rid of for whatever reason, and the prices were low enough to make it worthwhile to get a few things, I hope. So in here, I don't know if you can see this, in here there's two bags here, and in one of them is a video camcorder, and I have no idea whether I should have bought it or not. I did have a quick comp on eBay while I was there, which I felt fairly comfortable just doing in front of the lady because I didn't really feel like she even knew what I was doing. Anyway, Ferguson Video Star. I have no idea if it worked. It's a video one, right? It's not digital. I don't know anything about it yet. I haven't even really looked at it. So it comes with a bag, obviously, and a manual. The battery thing is not attached, and at first I was like, oh, well, I definitely won't get that then. But then I saw this bag next to it, and lo and behold, there's a battery for the thing in there. It has some Ferguson Video Star, yeah, same thing, and some other stuff, which I didn't look at very closely. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm noticing that one of them is actually just a small Instamatic camera. I just thought it was another battery or something. So that'll be interesting. Wouldn't it be funny if that turns out to be the thing that makes me the most money? That would be hilarious. What else is in there? Oh, there's like a battery recharger. Is it for the same thing though? Ferguson Video Star, yeah. So another battery and a recharger. Winning, that's good. Oh, and a little videotape. Great. Wonder if there's any spicy material on there. But anyway, let's see whether that ends up being something that I regret buying or not. Now, the stuff from the garage sale, she was giving me individual prices, but I did that old trick of kind of making a pile and then doing a single price, because I feel like that's a better way to not pay too much. What will usually happen is the pile will get a little big, and they'll get flustered and they'll start adding up, and then they'll be like, oh, and I'll say, I'll give you $40, and they'll be like, all right. You know, so that's my little trick. Makes me sound like a bit of a grifter, doesn't it? What else did we get from Granny's garage sale? I may regret this, I'm not sure yet. It's a Sunbeam toaster. Now, the reason I even took this, it does need a bit of a clean, but she says it works, and I'm sure it does. But the only reason I took this is because a lot of some old Sunbeam toasters sell for crazy money. Look up vintage Sunbeam toaster on eBay's sold comps, and you'll see them going for $300, $400, $500. It's crazy. Having said that, they're not really like this one. This one is vintagey. It's not fully vintage. Look, it's not going to go for $400 or whatever. I couldn't actually find any like this online, but I reckon if I get $50 for it, I'll be happy. We shall see. If I get $50 for that, I'll be very happy. If I get $5 for it, well, then I should have known better. All right, what else have we got? We've got some video cassettes. Again, these are the sort of things that I didn't bother comp. I may well regret buying these, but I have a bit of a soft spot for VHS, which is not good business, really. So I got 3 absolutely fabulous video cassettes, and I haven't checked them or anything. I presume that they're in there. Yes, they are, and I presume they work. Hope so. I got 3 Bottom video cassettes of Bottom series, which is Adrian Edmondson and Rick Mail, for those of you old enough to remember who they are. Suffice to say, if you do remember who they are, then you are not one of the young ones anymore. I have no idea whether anybody wants to buy those or not. If they do, good. If they don't, well, I can always put a pot plant on them or something. And then I got this Lord of the Rings VHS, which is sort of this random National Geographic Beyond the Movie, The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And I thought, you know what, maybe there's some Lord of the Rings nerd out there who's going to be like, I have been looking for this for 20 years. Or it may be a pot plant holder. Oh, these things are very cute. I hope they haven't broken. No, they don't seem to have. So these are a couple of, what does she call them? That's right, she wrote it on the bottom. Toby jugs, right? Toby jugs. And I was looking at them thinking they're very cute. And she said, oh, she was English. And she was like, they're very cute couple of Toby jugs, aren't they? And I was like, Toby jugs, okay. And then I said to her, how long have you had them? She said, oh, many, many years. And so I thought, okay, they're a thing, Toby jugs, and she's had them for a long time. So, and they look collectible, so I looked at them on eBay quickly, and I saw there were some good comps for these. They're all different types, right? So I don't think that she charged me very much for them as part of the job lot, and I'm kind of hoping that they sell for something sweet. And then there's one more thing that I got from the garage sale this morning, which I'll go through before I have to start listing, which I won't make a video of, because I tried to make a video of me listing things before, and it would be a great cure for insomnia, but I don't think there would be much demand otherwise. So everything that I bought today, everything I bought in the last couple of days, I actually don't know whether I should have. But I'm following my gut instinct and a little bit of comping on the fly, and that led me to purchase this this vintage coffee maker off of her, like a drip coffee thing. Again, she said it works. I don't know if it does. The brand is Melita, and I did some Googling, some eBaying, comping, and I saw there were a few sales that were okay. Can't remember now, but they were obviously good enough to motivate me to buy it. It looks in good nick. It's got that sort of brown retro feel that people seem to be digging these days. To be honest, I'd like it. I like a good filter coffee, but I'd like money more, so don't worry about it. But anyway, I'm going to put that online and see how it goes. For the stuff I got from Granny's garage sale today, I think I paid too much. I got the video camcorder, the little bonus Instamatic camera, the vintage coffee pot, the vintage toaster, and the Toby jugs, and the VHS tapes. That's what they're called. Got all of that for $55. I don't know. I don't know if I should have done that or not. She drove a hard bargain, did Granny. She, with this one, she wanted $15, and I said, oh, I'll give you $10. And she was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, all right, no worries. And I put it down, did the old put it down, walk away trick. And she was like, oh, $12. And I was like, I hadn't given, she hadn't given an inch on anything, and I hadn't really pushed it. And I got to that point where I was like, you know what? $10. That's what I said, right? I grabbed her by the shirt. No, I didn't do that. Anyway, she had two large suns hovering in the background. Otherwise I would have. No, but I said, nah, it's $10. That's all I can do. And she was like, all right then. Anyway, she was a lovely lady, and she was feeding the magpies and giggling about how cute they were, and I felt a bit sorry for her because it looked like she had emphysema. Having said that, there was no way I was giving her that last $2. Anyway, that's it. So I'm going to do some listing now, and probably lightly edit this video, because I imagine that at least 1, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times, like this time, I've said things that I've thought to myself as I'm saying them, shut up.